Okay, so here's a cool tool, and it's called the vector clone tool. And so first off, notice it's grayed out, so we need some geometry. Let's, where are we here? 3D, let's make a cylinder and grow it out. Let's bring up a numeric panel. And I'm just gonna, sorry, I'm just getting rid of some of the sides here, this max freeze error. So if something has too many sides on it, just make sure you look at your max freeze error. You can change it. Okay, very good. Okay, so we'll put the numeric panel down there. Now, vector clone is under the CAD edit menu, and it is under multiply. So it's under multiply because it's going to create more than one. The reason why it's called vector clone is because you can clone objects along a vector path. Okay, so it's kind of neat. Let's click on it right now. Notice we only have one object right now. Let's click vector clone. And okay, so count says 2 right now. But let's click down. Let's click here and then click out. Okay. So we have two copies of the same object. Well, not copies. We have the original object and then we have the second one. So it says the count of 2. Well, that means there's going to only be 2 of that object. If I go and I type in 3, there's 3. Now, right now, this line that you see here is the distance between the clones. Okay? Not the in-between distance, the distance from the start point, or the end point of this object and the end point of this object. So, and if we go type in 4, and it'll just keep growing out, or we can do the slider, or we can bring it back down. Okay, we have different modes as well. We have segment and full. Okay, so full is the distance between here and here. So if we move this out, we can get some more spacing in between our clones. If we go segment, the distance parameter is, like I said, from the end to the end. Okay, now we go Control Z, and let's go back to vector clone again. Now we can make our start point from the center of the object if we wanted to, and then click out. And right now it's 3, we can make it just 2. So notice right now we don't really see a difference between segment and full when we switch back and forth, but when we bump it up to 3, you can see the difference. Okay, so right now, like I said, the distance in segment mode is from whatever start point you decide to select in the object. Okay. Now we also have we can put our offset in manually. Right now we're doing it by hand when we grab that little blue widget. I think it looks like a circle. Or you can move it around the way you want. You can also offset it on the Y as well. Let's you see here, grab the widget. Oh, see, look. So that's kind of handy, don't you think? We can, if we had posts or something going up a flight of stairs, or there could be multiple reasons for this. Let me see if this still works in the, yeah, it works in the perspective view as well. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So depending on what you want this to do, you can change between segment or full, whatever whatever it is you're trying to do. You'll probably find one that's easier than the other. Okay, you can change the distance along the vector with the slider, or type it in numerically. So say you get the correct angle that you have the correct angle that everything is moving out at, but you don't like the distance. Well, you can keep sliding it without having to worry about ruining the angle that you have your clones coming out from. Okay, and and we also have one last parameter here, show distance. Okay, and that's pretty straightforward. It just shows the distance in meters or in feet. I guess you have to change that in your options settings if you want it in feet. Okay, so that is the vector clone tool. Very fun. Okay, we'll be back in a moment.